Welcome to another episode of the HomeTown podcast, where you learn more than you're taught and you know more than you hear. Fasten your seatbelts, hang on. Got a special guest for you. Today we got a special guest.
Hello.
April. I know April. And she, how long have you been with the bank, April?
Next month will be a year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I started in February.
You're a newbie.
Definitely a
Yeah,
newbie.
we've had our share of long-termers on this program.
Yes.
So this is a great opportunity for people to get to know something that I think we were just talking and sharing the fact that even folks who've been here 10 or 15 years don't know everything about people who've been here 10 or 15 years.
Yeah.
And so that's really the purpose of these episodes, is to try to get some, both our customer, the public in general, but also our team members to know a little bit about our background, where we're from, the kind of things that ground us, I guess, to a certain extent. Obviously we get beyond most of that or some of that, but some of that we don't. So I think that's a critical thing, is to know each other. And that's just as simple as I know how to put it, but it's really good. So where are you from? Where's your hometown? Kind of where you grew up, went to school, that kind of thing?
I grew up in Cleveland. I graduated from Cleveland. I've always lived in Blount County. I've lived in Snead a little while when I first got married, and we moved to Aniana. But we made our way back to Blountsville. That's where my husband, my in-laws and stuff live.
Mm-hmm.
So we actually ended up buying a house across the street from them. We've lived there about 10 years. It's great having her as a neighbor, because if I ever need anything, she's always there, got everything. And my kids, they go to JB Pennington. One graduated in 24. That's my son, Jared. And then my daughter, Chloe, she's 16, and she's a junior at JB Pennington.
Okay, so is he originally... Tell us about your husband, I guess.
Yes. Well, we've been together for 22 years.
Okay.
Married 22 years and been together for 25. But yeah, he's originally from JB Pennington, graduated from Pennington.
So he's one of those guys, you and Bruce probably get in conversations.
Yes. And Bruce knows my mother-in-law and because he knows everybody.
It is a small community, and everybody.
Yeah, him and my mother-in-law actually went to school together, so.
Yeah. It is. I find it interesting in Blount County that, we're not real transient, as a percentage. I mean, obviously people grow up, move away, don't come back. But I mean, it's really not very transient at all. We have people who's generational,
I never wanted to move away from family. That's like, I know we lived in Aniana and it wasn't far from family, like in Blountsville, but I always wanted to be closer to family. And then we literally live next door to my mother-in-law or my in-laws. So
that is a human thing, where we want connection, and obviously family is our first and last connection.
Yes.
So, it's kind of pleasant feeling to know they're around.
Yeah, and not everybody can say that they enjoy living next door to their in-laws. But I actually enjoy it. We joke about saying, "Oh, my husband's part of the package," unfortunately, but I have pretty good in-laws.
So, given a choice, you'd take your in-laws over your husband, probably, if you had to.
Well, they would pick me probably over there.
I've been in exactly in that same circumstance.
Yes, so. I'm the favorite daughter-in-law.
Yeah. So, you have one that graduated last year.
Yes.
What are they doing with themselves?
Well, his senior year, he came to us and said that he wanted to join the Army.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, oh gosh, your mama heart's scared to let go,
Right.
So after he graduated, he joined the Army National Guard. He left in October for basic and then graduated in January of last year. And then he went straight to AIT, and he graduated that in June and came home. And then in January, he started at Wallace. He's doing AIT or IT communications, something to do with computers. And he is going to transfer to UAH after he does his general studies and stuff there.
Excellent college for that.
Yes. He's my little computer nerd. Like he could programmer, cybersecurity, all that stuff. He's into that.
I got to tell you, Huntsville's becoming like the second Silicon Valley. I mean, there's no question about that.
Yeah.
And it's growing every day. I mean, I'm seeing some kind of announcement almost daily with some new high-tech organization that's building out a big plant there or something. And so he's...
Job security, definitely.
He has high job security, especially with the military background.
He starts talking about his computer stuff, and I'm like, you lost me already. But, he's got a good head on his shoulders, and he is focused on his school, and I hope he stays that way.
Yeah. Well, it's always good to know.
Yeah.
That they're enjoying themselves too,
Yeah. He actually enjoys college, I think. Like, he gets stressed out about some of his tests and stuff, but he handles it pretty well, I think, so far.
Yeah. Well, tell us a little bit about your journey to HomeTown, how you got, from to maybe first job.
Yeah.
Different jobs you had over the years.
Before I came here, I worked in optical. I worked at Mark's Optical for about 10 years. And I just kind of got stuck and bored with it, And Tristan that works here, she was like, you need to come work for HomeTown. And I'm like, no, I'm settled. I know everything here. I know what I'm doing. And she kept on me and on me. And one day, finally, she's like, send me your resume. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go for it. And then here I am at HomeTown Bank.
Yeah.
And I enjoy it. I actually do get up and enjoy my job every day. Like, I don't dread coming in.
If I remember when we were interviewing you, one of the things that we're really adamant about is making sure that you're able to deal with the public.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the general public.
Oh, yeah.
And since you're dealing with them about their money, it's something really close to their heart.
Yeah.
Be it $10 or $10 million, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember us having that conversation, and you had already developed the ability through your other jobs to have that skill. So, a lot of times that's what we run into is people who either think they want to deal with the public.
Mm-hmm. Not everybody's made for it.
And decide that maybe that's not it.
Yeah.
And maybe another place in the bank for them, because we're not necessarily directly in the face of the public all the time. But it is a learning experience, right?
It definitely is. First couple of weeks, I was very overloaded with information, and I was like, oh, what did I get myself into? But now I was like, oh, I'm never going to get this. I'm never going to get this. But I feel like I'm getting it now.
Yeah. It's a interesting industry, and it's outside of the people who work in it, there's very few people who completely understand it.
Yeah.
And know that what we really do, right? Which is, in a lot of cases, we do something for them the first time, and then we do it for them the last time.
Mm-hmm.
And so we really kind of live their life. We were a part of their life, their entire thing. And that's hard for people to kind of grasp onto and understand. But in a lot of cases, it's day to day. I mean, they need to know day to day how much money they have to spend.
And they gain our trust too. Like the customer, they got to be able to trust us with their money, basically everything.
I think that, again, one of the most misunderstood parts is they want to be able to trust you because they need to be able to trust somebody that they can have that conversation with,
Definitely.
So that's, to me, that's one of the things that you gain from it. And in a year, you've probably already seen how much that can help you even when you go home.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, wow, yeah, there's a real world out there, right? Of course, you got some of that, too, with optical. You got that with your previous jobs. The general public is a amazing thing to learn about.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because the optical, you got to be able to make them see. If they can't see out of their glasses, it's our fault,
Yeah.
If they can't see or, it's, we got to fix that point with their glasses or contacts to make them be able to see. If not, we don't have that trust there, then they're not going to come back.
So we talk about their money, but their health.
Yeah.
I mean, you were dealing with their health.
Yeah.
Even though it's their eyes, and you're thinking, well, but that's a big part of, what we do every day. If we can't see well, then we can't behave well. All that stuff works together.
Definitely.
Well, what is your primary thing that you're doing now for the bank? I mean, I know we move people around a lot and try to give them much exposure as possible.
Yeah. And I started in Cleveland, but now I'm in Snead. I've been there for a few months, but I'm mainly a teller, which when we say teller, we do a little bit of everything, not just taking money or deposits.
Right.
We do the ATMs and
That's really just where your
shipment. Yeah.
workstation is.
Yes.
Yeah.
We do a little bit of everything. So when I first started, I was like, oh, it's just a teller, but it's not just a teller. There's a lot
Right.
into it.
Well, and too, there's so much, like you said, there's so much to it. And then it's such an important role for the bank.
Yeah.
You are the face of the bank. You are the personality of the bank, right? And they need something, or they wouldn't be in front of you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And so that's something that we've done historically for 22 years. Is we want everyone to get that experience. We want everyone to be in front of the public as they walk into the door. So that's what happens a lot.
And customers want that. They want to feel like, especially if you know in their name or just, greeting them, not just fake greeting them, they want to know that when they're walking in, that they're getting that experience.
Yeah. What's one of the funniest things or maybe the most unusual thing that's happened in the year that you've been?
Well, I would say, I'm trying to think, because it's probably one of the funniest things is when I first started, I saw somebody was out at the ATM and it was windy and blowy, the wind's blowing, and the money starts going everywhere, and watching that on camera, trying to recover that, it was pretty funny. So then I was terrified to go out to the ATMs and stuff because I'm like, oh, is this going to happen to me? Like, I'm like terrified. But yeah, there was money, there was $100 bills going everywhere, but it was all recovered. So it was a good thing.
Yeah. Right.
But that was pretty funny watching.
But that put you on notice to make sure.
Yeah, because I had never. It was like my first week, and I had never went out to the ATMs, and I was like, oh my god. So when I went out there, I'm like, paranoid to open the door because I thought it was just going to fly out everywhere.
Well, we've had multiple stories about critters in those ATMs.
Oh yeah,
too,
I've heard about that
because they like the heat, especially like right now when it's 10 degrees outside or 20 degrees, whatever the high today is probably 40, and it feels balmy.
Yeah,
so that they'll find a way and. That's when it'll be.
That's
really
when I'll
fun.
run.
Well, okay. So, what are you working on now outside the bank? I mean, what is it that you like to do, and what kind of hobbies do you have?
Yes.
I guess is
I have a lot of hobbies, but my main hobby is I like to go thrifting and antiquing. So I can load up one day and be gone 10, 12 hours and do that. Me and my family like to go camping. My kids that grew up at the lake, camping with their grandparents up at Little Mount Marina. I love to watch my kids play sports, which my son's graduated. He played, high school football, and that was very sad when it ended because I'm like, what do I do on Friday nights now? But then my daughter, she's a junior, and she plays flag football, which JB Pennington is the only one in Blount County that has a flag football team. I love to watch her play. Like, she is, even though they don't touch each other, she is a beast on the field. Like, and I really enjoy watching her play.
Well, I can assure you that flag football is not going to stay one school. I mean, there's going to be.
they're trying to grow it. Like, we play. We're a 3A school. We play 5, 6, 7A schools, and the first couple. She's played since she was in 7th grade, and we didn't win a lot of games, but it was fun. But this last year, we got new coaches that are really invested in it and trying to grow, the team. And we actually won some games. We went to playoffs, and it was really good. And I was sad because I was like, where was you at 4 or 5 years ago? Because she'll be a senior coming up, but it's going to be a great senior year. So,
well, flag football is one of the fastest growing sports out there. Yeah. Both on the female side, but also on the men's side. So, because they're beginning to understand that that's a different type of sport. It's football, but it's a little different than just contact. And they enjoy it.
The first few years, I was like, okay, you're so used to hollering, hit that boy, get that one or tackle. But in flag football, you're like, don't touch her because you're going to get a penalty, So it's like, it's totally different because we'd have family come and watch her play or friends, and they're like, what's going on? I'm like, they got to pull the flag. And I'm like, they don't touch each other. They can't have any contact. But it's so amazing. It's so, amazing how we have no contact, but we've had people leave on stretchers and have their, like a lip cut or something, and I'm like, it's a non-contact sport, but we got people leaving in an ambulance, but it's just they collided and one of them had a concussion. But
Well, I'm excited about the growth of the sport because obviously, we're doing a sports complex here in Aniana, and part of that is a multi-purpose field, which encompasses the ability to do flag football because flag football is an up and coming thing.
Oh yeah.
Indoor flag football is another thing that's happening out there.
That would be
because you
awesome.
can actually play on a basketball surface.
Mm-hmm.
So because if you think about it, grass and all that, it's not as necessary.
Yeah.
And because it's not as.
Oh no, my daughter would be beat up because she's rolling around. I'm like, she needs knee pads. I swear she does.
She's hitting the ground all the time.
She hates when we go to like the bigger schools and they have the turf because that it'll scratch you up and eat you up, and she hates it. But I'm like, she'll be rolling around.
Yeah. Well, again, I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the sport, and I think it's going to grow. And when you start seeing it at the high school level, and they're having state championships now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really kind of.
I want to be sad that was her senior year. It's the last year, but.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, maybe they'll make it to the finals or something. Who knows?
I know.
But they got to play some really big schools.
I mean, she has the opportunity to get, some scholarships, but then she's also thinking about joining the Army too. So we're going down that road. I'm like, I'm scared.
Well, military is always a good option.
It is a good option, but Mama's scared to let go.
Oh, yeah, always. Well, what is it that you're, one last question, I guess, here. Number one, thank you for your time because I know it's valuable. All of our times are really valuable. And to take you away for this is critical, but we appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
And but what are you into right now as far as something that maybe you talked about thrifting and antiquing?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you go for that?
Everywhere.
Yeah.
My favorite places is going like the Goodwills and like antique malls.
Mm-hmm.
I love to go there. Like there's some in Coleman, there's Arab. I'll go Birmingham.
Do you have like a go-to place? Like if you
my Goodwill is where I like to go. The Goodwills.
And
any of them. Well, Boaz is my favorite one, the one in Boaz. But I have some friends that I go with, and we'll load up, and we'll be gone all day. Like, and my husbands know that we're going to be gone all day. Like, yeah. We'll leave at 8:00 in the morning and be back at 8:00 at night.
Well, what makes a good Goodwill?
Just finding random stuff I don't need, like at a good price. I don't need anything, but it's just the thrill of finding something, that is unique.
Steal.
It is.
So, so you don't have one that generates better stuff or better prices or whatever.
You just never know. But I'm collecting like different kind of like dishes, like Corel and different stuff like that. The Corningware and Pyrex dishes. I've kind of started collecting that because I don't need anything, but that's just something I kind of got interest in. So if I find dishes and stuff, I get them. And my husband's like, we don't need any more dishes. I'm like, they look cute in the cabinet though.
One thing I've learned is
they look cute on display.
You name it, it's collected.
Yeah.
And Pyrex is one of those things.
Yes, and it's expensive too. Like, these antique, and I'm like, $30 for a bowl or $45, and I'm like, they really like it. Yeah. But that's how much they charge.
I'm not one of those people, but there are a lot of people, and I mean, when you start emptying out a house, if parents die or whatever, you're moving on to the next generation, and no one's interested in that stuff. The kids, they're not interested in that stuff anymore. But it's the Pyrex, it's the Fire King or something like that. I can't remember.
Definitely. That's I love to go to estate sales too, because the older stuff the old people getting rid of that Pyrex and old dishes. I will hit up an estate sale.
You and Trent Martin together would be a dangerous pair. You need to talk to him someday about his little thrift store. So he's got it all.
Oh, goodness.
And he takes it all. So there you go. Well, thanks again for coming on the show today. And thanks again for joining us for another episode of HomeTown podcast. And we'll see you next time.